Hi, my name's Amber. I'm the director of people at Zencastr, and I live in San Francisco, California. I love doing HR for startups. I think most HR people say that they accidentally got into HR. I don't think it's really something that people dream about doing when they're little. I went to school for psychology, and my mom and my grandma are both therapists, and that was my plan, but I really didn't want to do any more schooling. And to actually make money as a therapist, you need to get your PhD, and I was just ready to start making money and stop being poor. And so I like to think of myself sometimes as like the therapist for my employees. I am very much a dog person. I love dogs. We have a dog with us. Her name's Jubilee. She was a quarantine rescue since we're all working from home now. And so the shelter actually named her Jubilee, and we were planning on changing it, but it just seemed to suit her personality so well, and it's a unique name. I don't like needy dogs necessarily, like the ones that always bump your arm and wanting to get pet 24/7, which is ironic because I've kind of turned her into we call her a needy sweetie. I usually play a game on my phone, and I'll play a game until I played it so much that I'm sick of it. So it started off with Candy Crush, the Wheel of Fortune game for your phone, Jeopardy, and right now it's the New York Times crossword puzzles. I don't know if you know anything about crossword puzzles, but they start off the week pretty easy, like on Mondays, and then progressively get harder throughout the week. And so on the app, you can go to the archives, and I've played all of the Monday and Tuesday puzzles for the last 2 years, because the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday ones are I end up having to look up most of the answers. And so it's not a real game, but that's my new obsession. I also love trash TV, playing with my dog. Right now, since we moved, I've been spending way too much time on Facebook Marketplace trying to find cheap things for the apartment. And so those are my current things I do when I'm bored. That's a tough one. I would say daytime, just because once the sun goes down, I just become so lazy and I never want to do anything. I just sit on the couch and look at my phone or watch TV or whatever. So I'd say daytime, just so that I'm motivated to actually get out of the house and do things. So I hate daylight savings time because it gets dark at 4 or 5, and that's just the end of the day for me. I've always been a very not the type of person that likes to work out voluntarily. I like hiking, but I hate running. I hate any kind of most physical exercise. The way my school worked was they required us to do either 2 years of PE, or you could do 1 year PE and then 4 seasons of sports, and then that would count for your other year. The tennis coach at my school, he was my middle school PE teacher. And so we already had this rapport. And I went up to him and I basically asked him if I could, quote unquote, be on the tennis team and show up to practice, but never play in any games and never have to compete and never have to do anything except for show up to practice. And he agreed. And so I would just go, and to this day, I'm still a horrible tennis player, but I'd go to the practice and lop around the ball. And then I never showed up to any of the games. And I don't even know if I showed up to our team picture days, because I think I was too embarrassed to even pretend that I was that much on the tennis team. But to the school administration, I was on the tennis team and didn't have to do any more PE. I consider myself a very lucky person. I'm a big believer of what you put out there comes back. The energy you put out comes back. And I always try to be nice to everyone and just positive. One of my biggest pet peeves in people is just complaining about things that either you can't change or that you haven't tried to change, and just complaining to complain. And so just always trying to see the bright side of everything. And so it might not be that I'm actually lucky. It's just I choose to see the bright side of my life.